Hey family, welcome back to L&L Honeycomb Homestead. I've missed y'all. We have missed y'all. Yes, we've been gone for a minute, but y'all, we have been doing a whole lot of stuff around here to get ready to go out to this homestead, okay? Um, when I say a lot of stuff, I'm going to show you. Um, yeah, so it's a lot of preparing and getting stuff cleaned out. I already told you I was not going to do no garden for the fall and winter, and probably for the spring too, because I'm going to be working on in the spring. I'll be working towards that garden out there by getting stuff planted and getting things that's going to grow for the summer as well, and then the fall crops as well there too, because hopefully everything turns out right. That garden will be ready to go for next year. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you what we've been doing, and that includes the chickens too, because they've been really working out here, and what's been on our mind. So sorry again that we have not been on here, you know, videoing, but it was a lot of things that we had to do, personal and other things, you know what I'm saying, life, you know what I'm saying. But I'm back on, and we're going to be showing you the things that we are working on and doing, and we'll take you along with us. But I'm going to show you so far what we have done and what the plan is, just in case you hadn't watched the last few videos that we did when we was cleaning up in here in the garden area. Yeah, so I'll get back with you, so stay tuned. So as you all know, the last time I was showing you around what the plan was. If you hadn't watched that video, you can check those out. But I am going to explain it again to what we are doing, so that way you kind of have an idea on what we're doing. So in the backyard, I was explaining that I had wood chipped this whole entire backyard. I wood chipped the whole backyard and was getting ready to do this whole backyard as far as being a garden. But we had this pecan tree that did not die. It got really rambunctious, and I moved everything to the opposite side of the yard. So in the meantime, while I had did all that, the grass and everything came back over there in the area. I'm going to show you. Came back, as you can see. The grass came back, and it looks good. So Lorenzo has been trying to maintain with his little weed eater that he does have, trying to keep it at bay. Since it is shaded over here, we hadn't had to worry about the overgrown part of this yard. So as you can see, it is growing back, okay? And we got chairs and stuff like that over there, but we're going to be putting all this over into one corner, so that way when we get ready to move things out from here, everything will be in one spot. So that's what we're working on right now. So as you can see, the grass has grown back over here, and it might have little patches here and there, but in most part it's growing back, okay? So as you know, it's growing back. As we're coming back over here to this area of the yard, you will see that sorry about that. You will see that over here on this side of the garden that we've been working on from those other videos that you might not have seen, but I think it was like maybe 4 parts of it. It's been hot, okay, hot, and we'll be trying to work in the evening. We'll be trying to doing the most, and then we're taking care of business, okay? All about for that garden out there, okay? We're taking care of things, okay? So we haven't neglected y'all. We are still here, but we have to take care of business first. So we're back, okay? But again, so when we was over here doing the video, showing you about me cleaning out these beds, I'm not going to be gardening, all those things and everything. This is what the plan is. We are going to take up everything. When I say everything, that's cinder blocks from the cinder block bed. We're taking all those up. Those are 2 pallets that we had prior to me doing this. This is how I wanted the garden to be, with cinder blocks. So we had ordered at the time before Lorenzo's accident that we were going to get 2 pallets of cinder blocks so I can make my beds. I had to move all those cinder blocks over here to this side of the garden. And I had them smaller, but then I expanded them because I was growing more food. So we're getting these bricks up, these cinder blocks up. we've been taking them, pulling them up, and rinsing them out and setting them up. So that way, when we get ready to move, we have those already in its place for us to pick them up and put them and load them up and take them on out to the homestead. So I'm going to turn this camera around, quit talking as much, but I want to let you know what's going on. You know I'm going to let y'all know what's going on. So, so hold on tight, and I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see that. So as you can see, there's no cinder blocks. All the cinder blocks are gone. All of them. And so we don't pull them up. Me and Lorenzo has, okay? He's been putting them up and putting them on the wagon and taking them up front, rinsing them off really good, make sure there's no debris and stuff like that, taking them and pushing out the soil because they got worms and stuff like that in them. And we've been taking them up front. As you can see, the kettle panel is now taken up. I've left one vegetable over here, and that is the okra. Still producing like crazy. One okra over here. Okay? It's really two of them. Yeah, 2 okra plants. They're growing over here, and I've just been taking them and getting them, and they keep growing. And I'm going to continue on growing this okra out until it's just done with the okra. But as you can see, we have removed, Lorenzo has removed the cinder blocks, and then he's got maybe a few over here, and that's about it. But I'm turning you around so you can see as far as where the cinder blocks used to be at. As you can see, they're gone, and he done pulled them up. And so in the meantime, when he does that, we done took up the kettle panels. We had already said we were going to put that over here to kind of block off this area. And the reason why we're blocking this area off, because we're getting ready to introduce the chickens over here. Them chickens are going to come through this garden bed. They're going to scratch, get all worms and everything. And they pretty much are going to scratch all this stuff out. They kind of like layer it out. Because that's what they do. They kick things out, but they kind of be smoothing this stuff out. And we'll come back and we'll smooth it out some more so that the grass can come back over here in this area as well. Because this side too was wood chipped. Now, on this side of the garden bed, we have not removed any of those cinder blocks, but we will. Whatever plant is not in the cinder blocks, we're going to remove the cinder blocks, okay? But over here in this bed, now you might see some jungleness going on, but I still got a lot of bell peppers that are producing. And I'm going to continue on getting these bell peppers, y'all, and hot peppers, because I'm steady grabbing them too. I got a bush full of peppers. There's a lot of them, okay? They're changing, and I'm getting ready to harvest some more. And I'm steady just continually harvesting scotch bonnets and things like that. So we got a lot of hot peppers and bell peppers in these beds that I've been still harvesting, okay? And I'm going to continue on getting these until the temperatures start changing to cool. And then by that time, these bricks will be up. Everything will be pretty much up out of here. Grabbing the tomatoes. I'm getting ready to yank those up because the tomatoes are about done. Over here is just the bell peppers and the hot peppers that I want to continue on getting, because I want to still continue on making my hot sauces and things like that, and rubs and seasonings from the hot peppers. And over here in these beds, yeah, I knew this was a jungle, but we're almost done taking up the cinder blocks from this bed and this bed as well. And we're just going to let the chickens do their thing. They're going to come through here and work. And then we got those fire rings that I had those melons in. Let them jump up in here and have a good time scratching and doing all what they do best. And then we'll be able to take up those fire rings too, because they're going to be going out to my garden as well out there. So in the meantime, the chickens been really working sporadically in the middle, and we're going to continue on letting them do what they do over here. As you can see, these chickens have been really working. So I'll be taking up a whole lot of the chairs, some more of the cinder blocks, dumping this out here, and I mean really letting this grass come back. As you can see over there on the wall, it's just nothing but cactus plants. As that's pretty much everything that's left. Because the chickens went around that and everything like that. The chickens are behind me in the middle, and so I'm letting them do what they do best, and that is break down that ground and make it even more fertile and good and fertilized for the grass to come back for the spring. Because after they do all that and we done cleaned all this up, that grass is not going to come back until next year, because everything is pretty much going into its dormancy at this point. Lorenzo tried to get these tires up, but we'll probably have to end up just dumping it out manually and then lift the tires, because we do not want the tires over here as well. We're pulling all this stuff out so all the grass can grow back. Basically, we're cleaning everything up out of here. Everything. Cinder blocks, tables, chairs, everything you could think of that's back here when I designed this garden. Everything's coming up. We had cinder blocks over here. Y'all remember this was the green bed, the green bean bed. Pulled all that stuff up. Everything is cleared up over here. We're gonna have the chickens probably come over here too. We'll probably have them come over here too, and kind of have it closed off where they only have so far to go. And yeah, as you can see, all of that. I pulled all the pots that was over there. I'll be cutting my mint back so I can have some more fresh mint when the spring hits again. But we're going to be cleaning up this bed right here as well. So yeah, everything is pretty much cleared out of here, and we're going to let the grass just come back. Just let the grass come back. And as you can see, some of the grass has came back. We're just having the yard just like we had it in the very beginning before I had even started. That's the whole plan and goal. Took all that stuff up. We'll be able to take these benches, the iron benches, chairs, everything that I had. We're going to have it all in one spot. Over here, these are nothing but pots that got weeds in them. When I move these pots, it's going to be just blank. It's all grown inside pots. They're pots over here. And that's where all of these weeds are. They're in pots. So as soon as I remove these pots, dump all that stuff out, then I'll be removing all this stuff as well too. All the above, okay? And that's what we've been working on. Just getting all this stuff up and getting everything in its place. So when it's time to go, everything is out of the way. The honeycomb will be being moved, going towards the new homestead. That will be our start, all of that. So yeah, that's what's been going on out here. So that's what we've been working on. As you can see, Lorenzo is back at it again, getting this stuff up so we can continue on doing what we were doing. Okay? So as I'm working my way up to the front, I almost said living room, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with me. But as I'm starting to come up to the front, as you can see, it is really hot and sunny out here. We've been keeping the front yard at bay, and also watermelon is still producing. Watermelon still, y'all, I'm telling you, it's really vigorous out here. But we're gonna be taking up the watermelon here soon, and when we go out to the homestead, and that's coming real soon. So there will be some videos that's gonna be coming up real soon on the homestead out there. And another surprise, y'all, some more surprises. I just been doing a lot of editing. So there's another surprise that's going to be going on over there on that channel as well. We're doing a lot of vlogging at this point for out there till it gets warm again. As y'all know, I don't get out in that direct cold, and we're not going to be driving a whole almost 2 hours, hour and a half to get to that homestead when the weather is not good, okay? We don't want to be on that road. So that's why we're setting it for the spring, so that way we can start doing the things, y'all, like we really, really want to. We're really excited about it. So, and that way you'll have a lot of content going on. So the stuff that you will see that I'll be uploading over there is getting to know the locals, the different little grocery stores, where the post office is. We're just learning where everything is, so that way when that time come next year, we'll know pretty much where everything is. You know what I'm saying? Meeting everybody, meeting different people, and you guys meeting and seeing the family as well over there at the new homestead. So those are the videos, some of the videos that we're going to be doing when you see these uploads until next year when it warms up, okay? So I just wanted to let y'all know that. But continue on going over there. Subscribe if you haven't already. What y'all waiting on, huh? L&L is still here. Go subscribe over there so that we know that you're over there and you're subscribing and you're keeping watch. That way we can see that y'all following us. Go ahead, go on over there, subscribe, tell your friends, family, all that. Okay, y'all know it. And hit that bell too so you can be notified when there's a video on over here, just like you do over here, okay? But yeah, so back to what I was saying. So we got still some watermelon. We'll be taking that watermelon with us over there, okay, when the weekend comes, because it's coming, and we're going to open that watermelon as well. I'm going to show you the things. So I'm going to turn you around so you can see. Okay, so y'all see that watermelon? Yes, and then let me tell you how rambunctious. Now, the watermelon has worked its way over here, off the grass. It is now on the driveway. I don't care how many times we've moved it over there. It seems like it wants to come back over here. The season is about out for them, but they still growing. It's still growing. But we will be taking this one with us. And there's some more watermelon as we walk on the driveway. There's some more watermelon producing, as you can see. Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. Okay, we done harvested 5 melons in here in a total of 8. So since the last time you were seeing us harvest melons and looking at melons, we done harvested about 8 melons, and we done ate them bad boys. Okay, we were eating them. We also harvested some honeydew, and we did a total of 8. I had planted about 25 of them. Yeah, I said 25 because I wanted to see what was going to be able to germinate or not. But we was able to harvest out 8 of those honeydews. I done got all these up, so these are also going up. The bamboo, I'm pulling all this stuff up. We done already harvested. I'm not trying to wait and see if there's any more honeydew coming up because we're on a mission, y'all. It won't be long before next year roll around. So we're trying to have all this done so we won't have to look at any infrastructure here. We're going to be taking it there with us. So we're going to have all this cleaned up. I'm going to cut this blackberry bush. I'm going to prune that as well when it goes dormant. And I will be digging her up as well and taking her out to the homestead when I show where I want my orchard to be. So it'll be sitting there, but I'm going to prune that, cut it back, or whatever, however the terminology is, so that way she'll be okay for the winter and she'll be dug up because she'll be dormant for me to put her in her place when we get out there to the homestead. So that's that over here. And also remember the cabbage and the cauliflower that I started, and I said the leaves kind of got messed up due to the white moth. Well, it's growing, as you can see, and they look good. It's not damaged or anything, and they've been watered well. As you can see, the bag is wet. They've been watered and everything. They're getting some sun, but I also pushed them back so they don't have too much sun on them where they dry out. But don't pull your roots or nothing up on your cauliflower or your cabbage. It's still going to be good and everything else. If you have to wait until the fall to have it for your fall garden because it's done got too hot for the spring and in the summer, then just cut off the bad leaves, set them over to the side where it's kind of cool and shaded, and you can preserve and grow them in the fall. So I had already said I wasn't going to plant nothing in the fall, but these were the backups, so I didn't have to really plan anything. Everything was still at base. So I will have me some cauliflower and a cabbage head. So I'm happy about that, but I'm not planning anything at all. And this one, she didn't make it. I knew she wasn't, but I'm going to take that and I'm going to be dumping her out, rinsing the bag out, picking up that, and I will be putting my bags up and getting everything ready for the homestead. Planning and prepping, okay? Remember the tomatoes I brought over here? The same thing. I'm going to be pulling up the dead. It's done. They're all done. I'm going to be pulling that all up. And I was supposed to do this. You remember when I was doing that video about getting that bed together? Y'all, you know how hot it had gotten. Remember when everybody was complaining how hot it was? I was not about to kill myself. I wanted to give y'all more content and not worry about this or focus, and I'm glad I didn't, because that needs to grow its grass back as well, and we keep it clean and just make sure that's good and everything. I'm glad I didn't plant nothing there, but it did need to be cleaned out, so the grass and stuff is coming back there, and we'll be able to have a clean slate on that when we get ready to go to the homestead. That'll be something totally different now. It's just going to be back the way it was when we first moved here. Grass, and it's cut down. So all that stuff was in here, and believe it or not, we had flowers and everything. I just knew it was going to die, but it survived in that bucket. So and those are the canteens too. But I will be taking that and putting that somewhere as well, because I'm going to dig up all these up. My neighbor's got a yard full of these plants, and I will be taking a whole lot of those with me because I think they're so beautiful when they bloom. They're yellow flowers. But these grow bags, y'all, I'm going to be pulling up the stems and the roots from the tomatoes and dumping these bags out. I'm sure it got a lot of ants in them and everything else, and cleaning it out and having it ready for the next garden season. Okay, so I'll be cleaning those out too, because I got to grow in them as well. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Oh, yeah, and right here, when we were sitting there talking about the cinder blocks. So what Lorenzo's been doing, he's been pulling these cinder blocks up from the beds, as you can see, and taking the water hose and spraying it down really good, getting it good and clean. So when we do get ready to move these and load them up onto a trailer for a truck, we'll have all of our cinder blocks, and that way we can see how many cinder blocks we're going to have to order or have for the new garden, because we are not trying to be down directly on the ground like we were. We're getting older, not younger, and kind of build these garden beds up off the ground, and there might have two more to stack, so that way you can give you an idea the height of what we want as far as garden beds, and the length as well is going to be actually long as well too, so we can plant more stuff in the beds. So that's what's going on with the cinder blocks. As you can see, we just been rinsing them off and stacking them up so they can dry, and that will be loaded up to the homestead as well for next year. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So as you can see behind me, Lorenzo has disappeared again. It is hot, y'all. It is hot. Ain't nobody playing with this heat. Ain't nobody trying to pass out. Ain't nobody trying to have no heat stroke. Nobody trying to have nothing going on like that out here. Girl, y'all, it's hot. So we do little at a time. Little at a time. So now we're back on. We're moving. We're working. And the chickens are working as well. I wanted to come on here, let you know we have not left y'all, okay? We just been trying to take care of business so we can get out to this homestead. So now that you know all the things that we are doing and everything is coming up, you'll be going with us as we're putting this stuff together and cramming it up into one little corner until it's time. Y'all stay with us, okay? Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Leave a comment down below. Give us some suggestions if you have any. But that's what the plan is to get all this stuff up, get it cleared out, fencings rolled up, everything, T-posts stacked up in a pile, taped up. Everything is going to be packed up, y'all. Okay? We're not playing. We're packing. We are packing, okay? So it's really happening, okay? It's really happening. So yeah, just come with us on the ride. I know y'all are ready for these videos to be indoors. As far as for me, canning, I am gonna can. Okay, we're just trying to get this done before it gets cold. Cause when it's cold, that's when I'm doing the most indoors. Okay, so there will be some canning videos. I'm gonna be pressure canning. I'm gonna be water bathing. I'm gonna be cooking. We're gonna be doing videos for the holidays. You're gonna see family and friends over at the house while we're doing all that indoors when it's cold outside. Okay, all those things. So you're gonna be seeing a whole lot of those videos that's gonna roll over into next year and watching us move on out to that homestead. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna be having some videos that's gonna be coming up soon, shortly. It won't be this weekend. It'll be probably next weekend when you start seeing some of those videos show up and on the other channel. So y'all make sure, I'm gonna put it down below so that way you can see the family, the Blockett's Family Homestead. Y'all check that out down below. I'll even put it on the screen right here for you. But go over there and subscribe. Go over there and subscribe. Okay, because we're not gonna leave y'all behind. Y'all gotta follow us honeybees so we can see. And we're gonna be still the honeybees. Okay, over there on the homestead. We're still honeybees, okay? Just venturing out. But in the meantime, y'all, I wanted to come on here and show y'all what was going on, what we're doing, so that way y'all won't be left behind in the dark. I know y'all been waiting for us to come back on, so here we are. And I miss y'all. And y'all, look, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Hit that notification bell so that way you will know every video that is being uploaded to our channel. I'm Lovey. Lorenzo, he darted back in because of the heat. That's who we are. Tabitha, she done darted back in as well too. Keep following because you'll see her as well. And y'all have yourself a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.